Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very special segment of Real Estate Update with Usha Chandra.
It's time now for Real Estate Update. With Usha Chandra of Globenet Realty, real estate is our world.
Now we're standing here face to face, afraid to move or
And welcome to the show, Usha.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, Mesh.
Yes, and it's wonderful to have you back on the show, and there's a lot that we have to talk about today. Well, first of all, there's been this lockdown in Melbourne once again. So how has that affected the auctions overall?
Yes, the Melbourne lockdown impacts auction volumes with 2,691 auctions held across the combined capital cities. Last week, 2,691 homes were taken across to auction across the combined capital cities, revising down from 3,101 auctions predicted earlier last week. The downwards revision is largely due to the extension of Melbourne's lockdown. In comparison, the previous week saw 2,905 homes taken to auction, while this time last year only 711 homes were taken to auction. Out of the 2,223 results collected so far, 73.5% were successful compared to 75.7% over the previous week, which revised down to a final clearance rate of 73.5%. While Melbourne remains in lockdown, 1,998 auctions were held across the city, revising down to 1,452 originally scheduled. Over the previous week, 1,246 auctions were held, while this time last year, just 195 homes were taken to auction across the city. So that shows that compared to last year, only 195 properties were taken to auction, while this year, similar time, 2,905 auctions were previously were taken to sale, and so that shows that it has increased in volume compared to last year, but there's still, the market is down there. A lot of people haven't taken the properties to auction. They have either withdrawn or scheduled for later date.
So regardless of what people say, the lockdown has had an effect, as you can see from those figures that you have just given. So how does that relate to the auction in all capital city, the auction stats?
So the capital city auction stats shows the clearance rate in Sydney, 79.6% was the clearance rate. It has gone down compared to last week. So total number of auctions was 1,171, and cleared auctions were only 761 properties were sold under the HEMA, compared to last year. And compared to last year, clearance rate was 56.8%, and this year was up to date is 79.6%. Melbourne has gone really down, 67.3%, whereas total auctions, as we talked about before, 1,098, and only cleared sales under the HEMA was 629. Compared to last year was 60.1%. So the Melbourne market last year was still good compared to this year due to more lockdowns, 67%. Brisbane is 69%, has gone down from previous week's report. Total number of properties were taken to auction was 152, and only 80 were cleared sales under the HEMA, and compared to last year was 33.3%. So it's increased, it's doubled in auction results in Brisbane. Adelaide was 73.3%. Total number of auctions was 149, and 88 were sold under the HEMA, and compared to last year it was 47%. Perth was 61.5% was the clearance rate, and 13 properties, total number of properties were taken was 16, and number of sales under the HEMA was 8. Compared to last year, it was not applicable because there was not too many auctions taken place. They only report if it's 10 or more properties sold under the HEMA. Perth was 61.5%, and total number of properties were 16, and 8 were sold it's not applicable there. Tasmania was not applicable at all because there was only 4 properties total taken to auction, and 3 of them were cleared auctions. Canberra was 78.5%. That shows that Canberra was in the 80s, 81% I think compared in the previous report, and it's gone down as well, 78.5%. 101 properties were taken to auction, and only 62 were cleared sales. Compared to last year, it was 66%. So this year shows the increase in the percentage clearance rate compared to last year, but still the market has gone a bit down this in last week compared to the previous week.
But if you look at all the results, you can still see that Melbourne activities are still up there. Canberra was 66.7%, which is compared to last year. The results are still quite good out there. Okay, so how does that relate to the capital city home values? As we know, that auction is a very good indicator of what's actually happening out in the market. If you look at the home value changes all across the major cities, how have they fared?
Yes, in Sydney, weekly change was 0.5%, and the monthly change was 2.6%, and the 12-month change was 11.7%. Whereas compared to Melbourne was 0.4% was the weekly change, the monthly change was 1.6%, and the 12-month change was 5.4%. Brisbane was 0.4% was the weekly change, and the monthly change was 1.9%, and the 12-month change was 10.8%. Adelaide was 0.3% was the weekly change, the monthly change was 1.5%, and the 12-month change was quite high there, 12%. Perth was no change at all in the weekly change, and the monthly change was 0.6%, and the yearly change was 8.4%. So combined 5 capital cities, the weekly change was 0.4%, the monthly change was 2%, and the 12-month change was 9.5%. So it shows there was a bit of change there. So
yes, of course, overall, if you look at the last figure that you have just given, the combined 5 cities, if you look at the year-to-date change, and of course also the 12-month change, 10.3 and 9.5, so you can average it out at about 10%. So 10% has been the property growth across the 5 capitals. So that's quite a good result, I would say. Well, of course, moving on, as they say, in real estate, one is only as rich as the listings. So listing rich. So what has the listing market been doing, and what has the listing market been doing, and what's being listed for sale?
Absolutely, there's the listings are down actually compared to previous report. Sydney was number of new listings was 7,799, and the total listings was 20,843 year to date, and it was minus 4.6%. Melbourne was 6,790 new listings, and the total year to date was 25,482 listings. And it was Melbourne market was quite up by 4%. Brisbane was 4,309 total number of listings, and year to date was 14,975, and it was minus 24.2%. Adelaide was 1,733 new listings. Year to date was 5,406, and it was minus 21.2%. Perth was 4,116 new properties came on the market. Year to date is 15,226 properties, minus 6.7%. Hobart was only 248 new listings, and the total number of listings is 682, minus 34%. And Darwin was 238 new listings, 800 is to year to date, and minus 18%. Canberra was 587 new listings for the week, number of listings, and the year to date was 1,561 and minus 24.9%. So the combined capital cities, 25,820 new listings. It was down by 84,975 total listings through the combined capital cities, and it was still minus 9% in the listings for the 12-month change.
And of course, that shows still that there is a lot of activity out there in the market. So, total number of new listings, 25,820. That's quite a lot, even though overall, if you look at the 12-month change, it is minus 9%. When you look at that, so that is quite a good results anyway. Moving on, so we have looked at auctions, we have looked at the number of listings and the price change. So what about the private treaty? What's been happening in that area?
So the capital city private treaty medium prices. Let's have a look at Sydney. Sydney number of sales was 1,613 and median price is 900,000. So last in the previous report it was 970,000. So it shows that it has gone down by $70,000. Melbourne was 1,917 number of sales happened, still quite high, and 722,000 is their median price. Their median price is gone down a little bit as well. Brisbane was 842 number of sales, 545,000. So Brisbane market has gone down by $5,000. Last report was 550 was their median price. Adelaide was 812 number of sales, 502 is their median price. Perth was 1,030 number of sales, 515,750 is their median price. Hobart was 187 number of sales and 660,000 is their median price. Darwin was only 64 number of sales, 602,000 was their median price. Canberra was 62 sales, 830 was their median price. So Canberra's price has gone a little bit down as well compared to the previous report. Let's have a look at the median prices in units and apartments and townhouses. So number of sales happened in Sydney was 1,184 and the median price is quite steady there. 656,000 is their median price for units and apartments. Melbourne was 1,022 number of sales, 588,700, 875,000 is their median price. That's gone a little bit down as well. Brisbane is 271 apartments and units sold, 408,000 is their median price. It's gone down as well. Adelaide is 236,000 and median price is 382,500. Perth is 351 properties sold and it was 422,500 is their median price in apartments and units. Compared to Hobart was 50 only and 488,000 is their median price. Darwin is 42 only sold in apartments and units. 394,500 is their median price. And Canberra, 161 apartments. More apartments sold in Canberra compared to the houses this time. Looking at there's a lot of more apartments and new build there. 505 is their median price, which shows that the median price has gone down there as well. Let's have a quick look at the combined capital cities. So number of apartments and units in apartments sold was 3,317, and the median price combined capital cities is 557,723,000. So it still shows that people prefer to buy houses compared to apartments. Is 50% down in apartments and units in apartment sales.
And you are quite right in saying that when you look at 6,500 houses compared to 3,300 units. But the point to note, another point to note is the median prices, 557 to 681. There's not that big a difference. That is not half, but the number of sales, the activities definitely is. Well, so that is what is being done in the market out there. So. Well, it is wonderful to see that the prices are still held and they're held really, really high. Well, right now, something that people have been talking about, and I've seen one of your posts lately. So, talk about this post.
Absolutely. This property I sold 23 years ago. To a client of mine who were transferred to Whitsundays, and I have been managing for over 18 years with the same tenant. Imagine one tenant being in the property for 18 years. So finally the owners are retiring and they are in Whitsundays, and they requested me to sell the property. They did call another agent, and the agent said maybe higher fours. I said we can get over the 550 mark, and let's test the market. And the first open house I did, I had 37 people, groups of people came to the open house, and you won't believe it was pouring rain that day. Everybody came with umbrellas and whatever, and I had about multiple offers on that property and sold it for 611,000. So the owners were really amazed about the price, and I had multiple offers. Then I had another offer of 620,000 as well on the same property, but it was too late for that $620,000 buyer. It just sold within a day. So the owners are extremely happy, and I had 36 buyers who missed out on that house.
And over the number of years that you've spent in the area, there would be many stories like that. There would be many stories of grandparents referring their grandkids to come and see you.
Absolutely. I've dealt with, I've done 22 transactions in one family. Amazing results. If you do the right job, they will come and look. The service is extremely important. They have been dealing, and I've been managing their properties since 1989. So if anybody wants to sell or list or manage their property, please see us. I will tell a personal story about my own home. The first home I bought in 88, I've sold it about 5 times to different people, and for 3 of the owners I managed that property, and this current owner has been there for the last 10 years. I did knock on his door to see whether he wants to sell, but he said he's extremely happy with the house and he'll be staying there for a little while longer. So absolutely good results, great results we are getting a lot of testimonials as well from very satisfied buyers. So buyers and sellers both, and our landlords as well, and our tenants as well, putting really great reviews on our websites.
Wonderful. That is great news. And of course, let's look at your the website review for the week. So what's happening in the sales?
Yeah, there's quite a few sales properties have already sold. I've listed a few new listings. There's one apartment which is I sold it off the plane actually to the current owner, and she had it as an investment property, the top one there in Tigam, and it's a beautiful apartment, walking distance to the Tigam Shopping Centre, all amenities. It's got an in-ground swimming pool. It's a great investment. We have got tenants who are living there, but they have a building, so the owner thought this is the perfect time to sell the property. We capitalize on the market. So that's an amazing apartment. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a single lock-up garage with a really good courtyard, entertainment area, and it has got an in-ground swimming pool as well. Then the other ones we have got is the one in Zernia. We have listed that. Actually, I sold that about 18 years ago as another property to investor, and we have been managing it. And he's retiring as well. So a lot of our owners are retiring because they have been investing in properties. So that one is an ideal investment. I mean, we have got a beautiful older couple living in the property, and they would like me to find an investor so they can keep on renting. It's rented for $300, and we have got it on the market for offers over $299. The next one is in Deegan. We have got some offers on the property, but we're still doing the open house this Saturday as well. It's got in-ground pool. I've sold that house about 4 times. So if anybody wants a great investment or a home for the family to live in, it's walking distance to St. Gate High School. It's amazing property there. Exceptional value with a huge in-ground pool.
Okay, so that's looking all very good in the sales section. There's a few listings on the board and quite a few sales happening there as well. Well, right now, let's take a very quick look at rentals.
Yes, we have got some rentals there. We have just listed one brand new one. That one is in Brushbox Street. We've just got the listing yesterday. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-car accommodation. That's on the market for $520 per week. Then we have got another one in Castledine with dual living. It's got 6 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, 3 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, ideal for extended family or for granny flat. It has got a granny flat, and that's on the market for rental for $650 per week, and that's walking distance to Castledine Station and all other amenities. So we have got only 2 rentals available at the moment. We have rented out all the other properties which we talked about last week.
So well done. Once again, you have done really well. And if you look at all the listings on rentals that have already been leased out, so that is good and very great news. Well, right now, once again, thank you so much for being on the show and discussing all the property trends and, of course, giving us the market update.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on the show, and I would like to thank my team as well, and they're doing amazing work. And if anybody wants to list, sell or manage, please give me a call or Vicky or Diane a call on 3865 4466.
When you talked about the team, I thought you were talking about Maroons.
Yes, absolutely. Maroons, go Maroons. We'll be watching the match, and make sure you win the match today. I've got a bet with somebody, so I would like my Maroons to win.
And I don't like losing either. So once again, thank you so much for being on the show. So ladies and gentlemen, that has been the weekly real estate update with Usha Chandra of Globenet Realty.
Globenet Realty. Globenet Realty has been the longest established, trusted and respected agency in its trade area. Usha Chandra, Director of Globenet Realty, provides honest and ethical service to her customers. If you are thinking of investing in Brisbane real estate market, or if you are seeking professional property management, then you should contact Usha Chandra today on landline 3865 4466 or mobile 0419 775 416. And for further updates, log on to our website www.globenetralty.com.au. Globenet Realty is your own local real estate agency. Situated at Shop 52281 Sandgate Road, Boondall. Globenet Realty. Real estate is our world.